everyone, so today I'm going to be teaching you the history of makeup. Makeup has been something I have completely fallen in love with, and I believe it's such a creative way to release your art and your ideas and your creativity. And I know it may seem crazy to some people because they don't think that, but I believe that makeup has come such a long way in time, thinking back to what it was decades ago and what it is now. It's a completely different ideal. I believe that women are finally making a statement for themselves. They don't want to be the art for society anymore. They want to create their own art. Women have been a sex symbol for society for hundreds of years, and we don't want to be that anymore. We want to create our own art and feel beautiful for ourselves, not to feel like we have to be beautiful for other people and be beautiful to the world. We want to be beautiful for ourselves. So according to Molly Edmonds in her article, How Makeup Works, you can find this at people.howstuffworks.com. She talks about how the first people to practice with makeup were the Egyptians. And Cleopatra created a lipstick using the hues of carmine beetles, and many women followed her in time after that, using the same thing. Men and women also used a substance called kohl, which was made of metal, lead, copper, ash, and burnt almonds. And they would use the kohl to rub under their eyes. Imagine like football paint. They would rub the kohl under their eyes in a way that it was to ward off the evil eye, or they believed it warded off dangerous spirits. And they used their religion to express through that. As time went on, the less colorful makeup got and the more negative view that it had got. It was during the time that women had to do things for men, and they had to serve for their husbands, and they had to do things their husbands wanted, not what they wanted. So they felt they didn't want to stand out in society. They didn't want to stand out to anybody. They had to be just confined to who they were at that moment. And the people that did express themselves in colorful, exciting creativity makeup were prostitutes. So women didn't want that negative view of being a prostitute if you did your makeup in a exciting way. So they never had did that. And I believe that this is where the negative idea of makeup had came from, because they viewed that prostitutes only wore colorful, exciting makeup, that normal women weren't allowed to do that. So I feel like throughout time, the negativity that makeup has completely came from that idea. So as time went on, the film industry rose and women grew in makeup because it became the art of films. Women needed to stand out on stage, or women needed to stand out in films. And there was a creator named Max Factor who helped women do that. In 1914, he created the first foundation, and it was a paste mixed with oil of pigments to cover women's imperfections in a full coverage way that didn't crack, that didn't cake, that made it easy for women to feel beautiful in front of the camera. And this was the rise of beauty and makeup and how it made women feel, because after that, then commercials were created, and films were loaded with makeup and displaying the beauty of women. Even though throughout all of this, makeup has still continued to have negative views, where people always ask women, why do you wear makeup? You're beautiful without it. Or they always make women feel that they're wearing too much makeup. But it's continued to be an outlet for women to release who they are, and I believe that should be talked about more. Makeup went from this ideal of just being something that women did if you were a prostitute to being something that is a complete art form. And I give thanks to that from social media. Social media has completely grown in the last decade, and it has, I believe, displayed makeup in a way that commercials can't, in ways that films can't, because it has completely dominated, young teens and young adults. Thanks to YouTube, there is an article called, according to digital surgeons, the article How YouTube Has Dramatically Changed the Beauty Industry talks about how YouTube is completely taken up by 97% of beauty vloggers. And, they are the ones that we depict as experts of makeup, and They are teaching us, they're explaining us the ways of makeup, they're teaching us that it's okay to be who you are and it's okay to express who you are. And YouTube has given the light of makeup that, you know, the Maybelline commercials never did to young girls, or the CoverGirl commercials that that they did, because, you know, young kids viewed this as you can only wear makeup if you're rich or if you're a celebrity. And, you know, YouTube has taught us that you can do makeup at any age, no matter who you are, to express who you are in the art that makeup is. So I hope you all learned something, and I hope you enjoyed the history of makeup.